Hello, devoted fans of the bold and the beautiful. It's us again, your go-to source for all the jaw-dropping drama unfolding in the sun-soaked yet scandal-riddled world of Los Angeles. And today, November 21, 2025, we're diving deep into the episode that had us all screaming at our TVs. If you missed it, or even if you didn't and need every pulse-pounding detail replayed in your mind, buckle up. This is the full, unfiltered breakdown of the chaos that erupted when Lunar's prison escape turned into a fog-shrouded nightmare, culminating in a moment that could change everything. Was it an accident, attempted murder, or the dramatic exit we've all been secretly or not so secretly hoping for? Let's dissect it all, moment by terrifying moment. To truly appreciate the sheer terror of today's episode, we have to rewind a bit and set the stage. Luna Nozawa's downfall has been building for months, a slow burn descent into darkness that exploded when her deadly secrets came to light. Remember when she was just Poppy's quirky daughter, interning at Forrester Creations and catching the eye of the handsome R.J. Forrester? That innocent facade shattered spectacularly. Luna Finn held Steffi captive in a derelict building and committed murders that shocked even the most jaded soap veterans, killing Tom Starr and Paul Hollister to cover her tracks. Her obsession with power, revenge, and twisted love turned her into a psychopath we couldn't look away from. Locked away in prison, awaiting trial for double homicide and a laundry list of other crimes, Luna seemed destined for a lifetime behind bars. But this is the bold and the beautiful, where no cage can hold a determined diva forever. It all kicked off earlier this week when Luna orchestrated a daring prison break, manipulating guards, faking a miscarriage to lure Will Spencer, her latest obsession, into a vulnerable moment. And slipping away in the debt of night. Luna's escape was a masterclass in cunning villainy. By the time the alarms blared and Chief Baker mobilized his forces, she was already on the run, vanishing into the misty cliffs and beaches of Malibu. Word spread like wildfire through the tight-knit LA elite. Luna was free. Steffi Forrester, still traumatized from her ordeal, barricaded herself at the Cliff House with Finn, her rock-solid husband. Lee Finnegan and Poppy Nozawa, Luna's own mother and aunt, grappled with guilt and horror, knowing they had failed to see the monster in their midst. And poor Will Spencer, the young man Luna had ensnared in her web of lies, was left devastated after she whispered the heartbreaking news of her miscarriage right before bolting news that turned out to be yet another manipulation. Fast forward to today's episode, and the tension was thicker than the infamous LA fog rolling in off the Pacific. The scene opened with a chilling tableau, the rugged coastline shrouded in dense, swirling mist that swallowed sound and sight alike. Flashlights from cell phones pierced the gloom like desperate beacons as a frantic search party combed the area. Chief Baker and his deputies shouted orders, their voices muffled and eerie. Bill Spencer, ever the protective patriarch, joined the hunt, his face etched with worry for his son Will. Katie Logan, Ridge Forrester, and others fanned out, calling Luna's name not out of concern, but to capture the fugitive before she could strike again. The fog wasn't just atmospheric, it was a character in itself, cloaking Luna's movements and heightening the dread. Every rustle of leaves, every distant wave crashing against the rocks, sent shivers down our spines. Was she watching them, planning her next move? The uncertainty was excruciating. Cut to contrasting scenes of intimacy amid the chaos, reminding us why we love this show: the eternal tangle of love and lust in the Forrester world. Back at the beach house, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester shared a tender, passionate kiss. The chemistry between these young lovers crackled, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Will, still reeling from Luna's lies about the baby, a pregnancy that may or may not have ever existed, found solace in Electra's arms. Their embrace was soft at first, tentative, then deepening into something fierce and affirming. It was a moment of pure escape, to souls connecting while the world hunted a monster. Meanwhile, at the iconic Cliff House, Finn held Steffi close, but there was no joy hearing Lee strain. Finn's brow furrowed in that signature worried frown as he enveloped his wife in a protective hug. Steffi, haunted by flashbacks of her cage and Luna's manic eyes, trembled slightly. "She's out there, Finn," she whispered, her voice breaking. Finn reassured her with promises of safety. But we could see the doubt in his eyes. As Lunar's adoptive father through his complicated history with Poppy, Finn carried the weight of biological ties turned toxic. These parallel moments underscored the ripple effects of Luna's madness. While some found fleeting comfort, others were trapped in fear. And then, the heart of the episode of Chase that had us on the edge of our seats. Luna, R&I heroine on the run, slinked through the fog like a shadow come to life. Her breath came in ragged gasps, her prison-issued clothes torn and muddied from hours of evasion. But oh, the thrill in her eyes. Luna wasn't just fleeing, she was reveling in it. A twisted smile played on her lips as she dodged beams of light, hearing the distant cries of her pursuers. This was freedom, raw and intoxicating. After months of confinement, the open air fueled her delusions. In her mind, perhaps, she was unstoppably a phoenix rising from the ashes of her crimes. She imagined reuniting with Will, forcing him to love her, rebuilding her shattered empire. The fog was her ally, disorienting the searchers, and giving her precious seconds to plot her next hideout. Maybe she'd hitch a ride out of town, vanish to Mexico, or circle back to exact revenge on those who betrayed her. Steffi, Lee, Poppy, even her own mother. The camera work was masterful here, building suspense with quick cuts and haunting music. Luna paused behind a cluster of rocks, peering out as flashlights swept perilously close. She stifled a manic giggle. She was enjoying this far too much. The thrill of the hunt, the power of evasion, it fed her fractured psyche. But freedom is fleeting in soaps, and Luna's came crashing down in the most dramatic fashion imaginable. As she burst from her hiding spot, sprinting toward what she believed was the road to Salvador, dimly lit coastal highway snaking through the cliffs. Disaster-struck headlights pierced the fog like accusatory eyes, growing brighter, closer. Luna froze for a split second, her smile vanishing into a mask of terror. Horns blared in a deafening cacophony. Tires screeched against wet asphalt. And then, impact. The sickening thud echoed through the night, followed by the crash of a body hitting the ground. Or was it? The screen cut to black just as the sounds faded, leaving us gasping. Did Luna really get hit? The episode teased it mercilessly. Her wide-eyed horror, the blinding lights, the inevitable collision. It felt like the setup for a classic soap twister murder mystery where someone deliberately mowed her down, or an accidental tragedy that would haunt the driver forever. But soaps love their fake-outs, don't they? Was it a graze? A near miss designed to hide in the drama? No, the sounds were too visceral. Luna screamed too real. She definitely got hit full force, sending her flying into the underbrush, or perhaps over the guardrail toward the churning ocean below. Imagine the scene in all its gruesome detail. Luna's body crumpling like a ragdoll, blood mixing with the fog's dew, her breath shallow and labored, unconscious, barely alive, internal bleeding, broken bones, a concussion that leaves her vulnerable in the wilderness. The possibilities are endless and utterly terrifying. This is where the drama explodes into overdrive. Who was behind the wheel? That's the million-dollar question fueling endless fan theories. Was it a random motorist, panicked and fleeing the scene, turning this into a hit-and-run mystery? Orvis yourself Vesamine from Luna.org. The show. Picture this, Steffi, driven by vengeance, accidentally steering toward the figure in the road. Orly, desperate to end the threat to her family once and for all. Hell, even Poppy, in a moment of maternal heartbreak, turned murderous. Bill Spencer, he's got the motive if Luna's lies endangered his son further. The driver could call for help, rushing Luna to the hospital where Finn might be forced to save the daughter he never wanted. Or, in true soap fashion, they could dump her body, presuming her dead, only for her to wash up on the beach days later with amnesia. Classic. And let's not forget the docks and waves teased in previews. If the impact hurled Luna toward the ocean, she could be swept away, presumed drowned in the treacherous currents. Body never found. Death they kept perfect for a resurrection storyline down the line. Or she's injured, but alive, crawling through the sand, at the mercy of whoever discovers her first. A good Samaritan or a vengeful foe ready to finish the job. Luna's fate hangs by a thread. Medical attention could save her for trial and more courtroom fireworks, or denial of care could seal her doom. Injured and immobile, she might hallucinate her victims, begging for forgiveness that never comes. This cliffhanger isn't just shocking, it's poetic justice wrapped in tragedy. Luna, the architect of so much pain, now lies broken, her thrill of escape turned to agony. Will this be her end? Soaps rarely kill off villains permanently. Hello, Sheila Carter. But the buildup has been so intense that a temporary death feels plausible. A coma, plastic surgery reveal, or actual demise, freeing the canvas for new stories. As the episode faded with the search party converging on the accident site, sirens wailing in the distance, we were left breathless. Tomorrow promises Luna's fate reveal leader's stunning discovery that could involve the driver's identity, her survival or lack thereof, and ripple effects across LA. Will Steffi celebrate or crumble with guilt? How will Finn react if he's called to treat her? And will Sweet, tormented will he feel relief or unexpected grief? Fans, this is peak bold and the beautiful love clashing with hate, redemption dangling just out of reach, and drama that keeps us coming back. Luna's story has been a wild ride of obsession and horror, and today's car crash was the explosive pinnacle. Whether she's roadkill or rising from the ashes, one thing's certain, there's so much more to come. What did you think of the episode? Was the hit intentional? Share your theories below, we're dying to hear. Stay tuned, beautiful people. The fog is lifting, but the storm is just beginning.